cultured. It's really quite concerning. He's like the person that I aspire to be. Don't shame me. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video obviously is a Q&A because I decided that I didn't want to do a Q&A until I had 500 subs, and obviously we're a little bit past that now, which is so exciting. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. It means literally the world to me. So today I have got myself a nice cup of tea. So go grab yours if you're ready for a nice cozy Q&A on a nice autumnal Saturday morning. Also, get yourself some biscuits. I've got some Oreos. I love Oreos so much. I was actually going to do this on the sofa. I kind of was just going for like, I wanted to just be a bit more relaxed, a bit more chill than usual. But then the sun's out, which I am so happy about. But I realized that the sun is like coming around now, because I kind of wasn't going to do it there. But look, you can see it's like this close from my face. So we might have to like move mid-shot, or I might need to pull the blind down or something. I got some amazing questions from you guys over my Instagram. And for anyone who doesn't follow me on Instagram, it's at Debs_Ruth_. So that's kind of where I will ask things like asking questions for Q&As, or just kind of a little bit more contact with you guys, and I chat to you a little bit more. So if you want to see more of my day-to-day kind of stuff, go check me out over there. I will link it down below. I got some amazing questions. Lots of kind of like Darren related, and then Darren and me related, but a lot of Darren related. You guys are very interested in Darren. Not sure if I should have a problem with that or not. And then some traveling related questions. I feel like people are maybe trying to think of like the future kind of things to be doing, maybe just because we're obviously in lockdown and can't go anywhere. Let's get into these amazing questions now. Okay, so the top 10 things that make you happy. What are the top 10 things that make me happy? That's just such a hard question. So like, I'm just gonna go for like really simple things. Sunshine. I talk about sunshine all the time. If you see me over on my Instagram, I think every single day it's sunny. I'm like, guys, it's sunny today. And if it's raining, I'm like, guys, it's not sunny today. I feel like living in Ireland, people just talk about sunshine all the time. It's actually ridiculous. Pretty nails. I literally just thought of that because I saw my nails in the viewfinder, and I was like, I love having my nails looking nice. I bit my nails for such a long time, and oh my gosh, they made me happy. Anyway, clothes, obviously. I mean, this is like kind of like a fashion YouTube channel. So yeah, I like clothes a lot. Specifically at the moment, coats. I'm so into coats at the moment, and it's just like, I'm just loving them so much. Styling outfits, and like, you know when you get like, you styled an outfit and it's just like a kind of an outfit. Oh, makes me so happy. I can't even cope. Christmas. I have already kind of decorated my house a little bit. No shame, it is 6th of November, which I know is very early, but I just couldn't help it. I just really wanted to feel Christmassy. I wanted some like joy and hope in my life. Don't shame me. Pineapples. I love pineapples. I don't know, just love them. Cookies, hot cookies. Oh my gosh, I've got way too into this thing where I like make a batch of cookie dough and then just like freeze them in like bowls, and then I can just like take them out and like put like 2 cookies in the oven, and I have like 2 hot cookies. But it literally just makes me eat so many cookies. It's really quite concerning. And what else? Flowers. I love flowers, and I feel like I probably should say Darren, and it's probably bad that I haven't said that yet. I love you, Darren, if you're watching. Not that you do watch these videos particularly, so thanks. Who is your inspiration in life? Oh, this is a great question, but also a really hard one. To be honest, I'm not sure if I have like a single person who's like my role model or anything, but I definitely like feel like I get inspiration from like loads of different people, but I think mainly from people like I know. Like I feel like I find Darren really inspiring, but like for certain reasons, if that makes sense. Not that like he's like the person that I aspire to be. Does that make sense? So like, I find it really inspiring, like the way he just like, he's got such an amazing work ethic. He's so willing to put himself out there just to like chase after things that he wants. I just find that so inspiring. Like I find my mum so inspiring. Like she's just amazing, and she's just great. Do you know, like I feel like it's sometimes certain characteristics of people that I find inspiring, not necessarily like that I have like a person who inspires me. Does that make sense? Well, then I suppose if it's a characteristic of a person, you're just kind of the person. Food for thought, that, hey? Like I think mainly like people who I'm close to that I look up to, and I think that they're amazing, and like they have qualities that I wish that I had, or well, not necessarily wish I had, but maybe qualities that I feel like are really good, and I maybe just like a bit more scared or something, so I maybe don't like Darren will a lot of the time really put himself out there, and like it's something that like I wouldn't do as readily, and like I'm like that really inspires me, and I just think that's amazing. Also, another thing that makes me happy is loungewear. I'm in my like favorite lounge set. This is my like Urban Outfitters I can't speak French. France, it's probably not even French, it's probably like German or something, I don't know. But yeah, I love it. It's so cozy. Anyway, next question. What is your favorite part about being a YouTuber? So I find this question so funny because although yes, I know that I make YouTube videos, I kind of don't think of myself as a YouTuber. So it's kind of, I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I think for like with YouTube, like when I kind of started YouTube, like part of it was like because I wanted something fun and creative to do. Part of it was because I really wanted to like, I suppose, provide some like a little like escape for people. Like there's something really fun and like entertaining about like just watching some of the videos, and it just kind of makes you think about like not think about maybe what's going on. And obviously at the time we were right in the middle of our first lockdown. Obviously now we're in our second lockdown. But yeah, I suppose like to also like just like, I don't know, help people in some ways. Like I don't know if it'll like be necessarily in a way I might think that I might help, but maybe just to be a help to someone in some way, whether it's just that I say something that like makes someone think that actually they can do something, or like they're able to achieve the things they want. I don't know, like, oh look, the sun's coming in. But yeah, I don't know, what's my favorite part? Like I love the creative aspect of it, just getting to like think of different videos to make for you guys. Like obviously like even just like the editing stuff, like I really enjoy like setting up the shots and all. Like I just like I really love all those aspects of it, and just getting to chat to you guys. I feel like definitely the best part is like just this amazing little community that's like being created. I think it's so cool, and I love that I get to chat to you guys, and like you guys leaving comments just means so much to me, because I love the chance to be able to talk to you all, and yeah, it's just really cool. Anyway, next question. Okay, I think we're kind of onto like Darren relationshipy related questions. So first question, actually I realized that we did do a husband tag probably like a good while ago now, but I will leave a link to it up here for you guys, because I actually had loads of our like other relationship questions if you guys have any other ones. First one is, how did you and Darren meet? I'll just do like a super quick of this because it could probably be a babble, because like I'll just get distracted and talk about it for ages. So we actually met in a cafeteria. Very romantic, I know. So I was meeting a friend, and Darren was also meeting the same friend. I actually didn't realize he was meeting that same friend at the time. And we were in UCD, so that's University College Dublin, which is the university we both went to. And we were meeting, I was meeting my friend and he was meeting his friend, and which was the same friend. And so we met there, and like it wasn't like they weren't trying to set us up or anything. It was just like they were just meeting both of us because we were going to something after. So yeah, we met there, and to be honest, like when I first met him, like I was not interested at all. I was just like, hi, yeah, like he seemed like a nice guy, but like I wasn't interested like in any other way. Yeah, so that was like the actual proper like first time that we met and we said hello, and then I don't think I saw him for like maybe a month or so, and then everything changed. I'm not going to go into too much because I feel like I'm just going to babble so much in this video anyway. If you want to see more of that story, like I think we told the whole story in the husband tag, so go check that out if you want to hear the rest of the story. But yeah, so the second question, do you want kids? 100% yes, definitely want kids. I cannot wait to have kids. At the moment I am totally happy not having kids though. It's really funny, like when we got married I kind of thought I'd want kids within like maybe a year or two after we got married, and I'm just like still like, obviously I only got married at 21, but I had always thought I really would want kids like really young. Well, like I still do want to have kids quite young. Like I want to be like, I want to have them when I'm younger, but I'm just like, I'm only 24 and I'm like, actually I'm still all right for a while, like I'm good for now. But I think, yeah, so Darren and I want to have kids. Definitely we want to have 3 kids. I don't know why, but for some reason I really want to have boys, even though I know you don't get a choice about that at all. But obviously I would be happy with whatever I got. Obviously we don't know about like how we'll find kind of conceiving or anything like, but yes, we do definitely want kids. My sister is actually is in the adoption process at the moment, and I'm so excited because I really want to be an auntie. So excited, but it's like the fun part of being like having kids, you know, you gotta like buy fun presents for them and like take them and like give them loads of sugar, and then you get it, dump them back on your sibling. Okay, so first, what was your first reaction of Darren's family? So I think we also went into this a little bit more on the husband tag, but so the first time I met Darren was actually Darren's family. I went to Sligo. So Darren's family's from Sligo, which is about, for anyone who doesn't know Ireland, we live in Wicklow, which is like on the east coast of Ireland, and they live in Sligo, which is on the west coast. So it's about a 4-hour drive or a 4-hour train journey. I went on the train at that point, and I remember I'd kind of like dressed up, but I'd kind of like put on something nice, and I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be fine. And I was like so nervous though, but it was just after Christmas, I think, and we'd been dating for about maybe like a month and a half. And I was just so nervous because obviously like, although I don't like call myself like a city girl, because I'm not really a city girl either, because I don't live in a city, and we've never lived in the city, but definitely much more of like a city type of, maybe more of like a town, I don't know, but like they're like farmers, like proper like country people, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do? Like I'm not gonna be able to know what to do, like the cows are gonna scare me, I don't know, even though like that's just, I don't know what on earth. But anyway, they live on a dairy farm, by the way. Well, Darren's dad is a dairy farmer. Anyway, so the first time I met them was at their house, and I was just like so nervous. And then when I came in, I was wearing this like skirt, and I just remember just being like, why on earth did I wear this skirt? Like I just feel too dressed up, this is so ridiculous. But they're like so nice, and like they're so welcoming, and it was just, it like turned out being amazing. But I feel like at first when you meet a family, especially because like I was staying in their house with them as well, so like it was that kind of like getting to know them at first, and like that kind of awkwardness. And like Darren's sister had just like, she just did not like, well, it seemed like she just did not like me at all. Like I don't think it actually was that now, I've discovered, because now we're like bestos. But she was just like super like into her like studying, and she was like really like, she was just a lot quieter at that point. So yeah, it was just really funny because like I was like, oh my gosh, she hates me. Luckily I actually had known Darren's brother before. I went, and he was there as well, so that kind of like made it a little bit easier, because like I kind of knew someone and I got on really well with him, so I kind of had that little like safety net. But no, it was a really good like first impression, and it was just terrifying. I feel like, especially like going and like literally going to someone's house, and like I was there for like a good few days, which is really nice because it means you actually get a chance to meet them properly. But yeah, it's really scary at first. But also I realized we are now in the sunshine, so I'm gonna try and like move us over a bit. Right. What is your least favorite thing about Darren? I feel like this is such a savage question. What's my least favorite thing? I feel like I don't really have like a thing that I really don't like about him, but more like some of his habits kind of annoy me, if that makes sense. So like he can be quite like if he makes like a protein shake or something, he'll make the shake and just like leave stuff lying around, or like he'll put the powder in, but half like load of the powder just like came out, and then it was just like all over the counter, and then he just didn't bother to wipe it up. And that like triggers me so much. Which I know is not really a thing about him, but yeah, probably just like some of his habits, like his kind of messy habits, even though like it's really funny because that's like so contradictory, because I'm a really messy person too. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that still though, even though it's kind of contradictory, but hey. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so a bit of a saucy question now. How was your first time? Tell me about it, what happened, etc, etc, etc. So it's kind of funny because like I actually do not mind talking about these things, but sometimes I realize that people like my in-laws watch these videos, and then I'm like, oh flip. So sorry guys. So my first time was actually with Darren, and believe it or not, and it was actually on our wedding night, which I know is very like kind of countercultural, not really what most people do, but it was something we felt was really, really important for us, and it was something that we believed was the way that we should do it. And so yeah, so that's how it was. To be honest, the actual experience itself, average AF, not gonna lie. Darren knows it himself too, because it was average AF for him as well. Like I feel like people talk about how like your first time is this like magical, well, it is, in terms of like, it is magical, and it's special because like it's a very intimate thing, and it's a very personal thing, and so in that way it's like very important and special. But expecting it to be something that's like incredible and like the most amazing experience of your life is just not reality, because for me it was just painful and it just wasn't that much. It wasn't anything particularly great. I've also heard a lot of people say that like, oh my gosh, like how could you do that? Like how would you know if you're like this, I always hear this phrase like sexually, oh what's the word, like sexually compatible. I personally don't think that is a thing at all. I just don't think that's reality. Like sex isn't something that you just like, if it's with the right person, then it's like this, like it just works perfectly the first time and every single time. It's just not the reality of how sex works. Like it's very much something like you learn and you work together, and like what works for each other and what works for you, what works for him, what all that kind of stuff. Like it's just not, yeah, it's just not like, it's, I just feel like compatibility is just not what it's about, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, but anyway, but my first time, it was like, it was great, it was beautiful, like it was so intimate and it was amazing, but it was also not what I feel like sometimes people big it up to be, if that makes sense, in terms of like the physical, like I suppose enjoyment of it. I know that's not the case for everyone. I feel like I have heard that other people don't always, like it's not always as maybe painful. Like for me it was very painful and it took quite a while for it not to be painful, if that makes sense, like a few times kind of thing. So yeah, so like I don't, but obviously I know that's not always the case for everybody, but yeah, I feel like I kind of babbled and went on a random tangent and then babbled again, but that was my feels on it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. We've moved on now to our more travel related questions. So when we can travel again, where are you going to go next? Okay, so I feel like we chatted about this at some point in one of my videos. I can't remember when, but so Darren and I were meant to go to South Africa this year, to Cape Town, and to see my family over there. I've got my grandparents live there, and I have 2 uncles and aunts and cousins over there as well. So we were going to go visit them. Darren hasn't met one of the sets of uncles and aunts and the cousins as well, so he hasn't met any of them. So we were going to go to see them and to visit them, and just to, but also to see Cape Town, because they all live in Cape Town, and Cape Town is such a beautiful place in the world. I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. So that was meant to be in April, we were meant to go, and that was obviously cancelled due to like all COVID stuff. And then we were hoping to potentially be able to go in January this year, like previously, like when we kind of thought we might be able to travel like that again. But from the looks of things, that's not going to be a possibility. So maybe later in the year, next year, we might go to Cape Town. Especially like we definitely really want to go, just because my grandparents are getting older, and they've had some kind of health issues recently, and they're just like, I really want to get the chance to be able to see them again. Obviously I've not really been able to see them a lot, just because of how far they do live away. But yeah, anyway, sorry, that was like a travel related question, and I went deep into my family. So either that, and then also I really love to go to Dubai. My best friend actually lives in Dubai. She's a teacher over there. She's a PE teacher. I'm not sure if that's the official word they use there, but yeah, so she's a PE teacher there, and I really love to go visit her. She's actually asked one of the questions, she was like, when are you coming to visit me? Again, I was also hoping to go visit her this year. That was another thing I was hoping to do, which obviously also could not happen, which is really sad. But hopefully maybe also next year, if things go back to a little bit more normality. Here's hoping. I don't know. I want to go places. But so yes, there are definitely 2 places I'd really love to go. I think I'd also really love to go like to Greece or something soon. Like I feel like Greece became like the place to go this year, and I've always wanted to go to Greece. And to be honest, this year would have been a really good year to go, because for a while it was on our green list, and it was so much cheaper because like no one was really traveling. So I really probably should have taken the chance, but I was just a bit nervous after lockdown number 1, and I just wasn't sure for like, oh, were we suddenly going to be like, was it suddenly going to go off the green list, and then I was going to have to like quarantine for 2 weeks, and then I wasn't going to be able to go back to work, and then I was going to like lose 2 weeks of wages, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So we didn't do it, but I'm not sure. Maybe on the next one, like when we get a green list again or something, we might go for it next time. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, they're my kind of ones. So obviously some of them are for more like reasons of seeing people, as opposed to necessarily like travel. There's so many places I want to go. I always kind of thought like I was really well traveled until more recently, and I'm like, I actually really haven't been to that many places. I think because I lived in a different continent, I kind of almost like feel like I'm a bit more like cultured or something, but I'm just not. But yeah, no, there's so many places. I'd love to visit like places in Asia and like Australia. I'd love to go to Fiji. I did like a project on Fiji when I was in like first year or something, and I've just always been obsessed with it. I just really want to go to Fiji. I don't know what it is. The sun is encroaching again. Okay, next question. What is the favorite place you've ever traveled? Oof. This is actually such a hard question. There's so many so many beautiful places. So obviously I've been to Cape Town, which is so beautiful. Croatia, I really love Croatia. I went to Dubrovnik with Darren and some of our friends a couple years ago, and that was amazing. It's like so beautiful, like this blue water. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. We've also been to quite a few cities. Like Darren and I started like a little tradition where we went on a city break kind of like every January, Christmassy kind of time, which is actually something we have not thought about yet this year, but hopefully we might be able to do it again because we haven't broken the tradition quite yet. I think, excuse me, we went in February just this year coming, just before lockdown. We went to Luxembourg, which was beautiful. We didn't get very nice weather though, so it kind of made it like less amazing, if that makes sense. But Copenhagen we loved. I loved Budapest and Prague. Oh, they're such beautiful cities. I love European cities. They're just so gorgeous. Oh, we went to Portugal actually for our honeymoon, and I absolutely loved Portugal. To the Algarve. Like, it's such a beautiful place. Like literally a gorgeous new beach every single day. It's just amazing. The most amazing beaches. Alright, I'm like talking way too long here. Okay, let's go for our last final question. What is my favorite place to visit in Northern Ireland? So this was from one of my friends actually up north who was asking this. That is a good question. Northern Ireland is actually so beautiful. It's got so many beautiful places. I love Belfast just as like the city, like all the shopping and stuff's just amazing. But I don't know if it's per se like a place I really love visiting. Obviously you've got some like the touristy spots up north, like up on the north coast, like Portrush and all those spots with like Giant's Causeway. We went to what's it called, Strangford recently actually. I went with Darren's family for like a little like staycation type thing, and it was unbelievably beautiful. We stayed in this really nice place. It was so nice. So yeah, maybe there. I'm gonna go for Strangford. I just feel like, yeah, it's just such a beautiful place. So yeah, if anyone is in Ireland or in Northern Ireland, then go to Strangford. It's really nice. You probably have in reality, but yeah, guys, that was my Q&A. I really hope you enjoyed. If you have any further questions, I can maybe do another one at some point. Ask me down below. I feel like a lot of you probably aren't following me over on Insta, so I don't think a lot of you may have seen, sorry, the sun's like, ooh. You may not have seen the Q&A little box thing that I put out for you guys. So if you want to, I suppose, be seeing that from future times, go follow me over on Instagram so that you will know about those things. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And have a lovely day.